In 1987, Anand took the first step into the higher echelons of world chess by winning the World Junior Championship in Baguio City in the Philippines and making his first Grandmaster nome. In the process, he also beat Vasily Ivanchuk. In December the same year, he got his second Grandmaster nome by tying for second place in a 12-player league for the Bhilwara Trophy in New Delhi. At the end of the same month, Anand topped the 14-player GM tournament in Coimbatore to make his third Grandmaster nome and clinch the title. And from then onwards, he has concentrated on international tournaments, moving up and up the competitive ladder. Last year, he started his quest for the world title by outclassing Soviet Grandmaster Alexei Driv. Mikhail Gurovich, who had helped Kasparov against Karpov, became his trainer. His fee, $5,000 if Anand wins.
Is there life outside chess for you?
Yes, I think so. I think it'd be foolish to
what
commit
do you
everything.
Do when you're not playing the game or practicing for the game?
Well, I have other interests. I mean, I watch TV.
What do you watch on TV?
Anything. I watch sports, I watch music, everything. It depends where I am and which country I am and so on. And, well, let's say you're killing the morning.
Listen to?
Well, again, if it's on the radio, I listen to anything that's coming on. Or sometimes, well, MTV is not my choice. You're not getting any classical there.
What do you like on MTV right now?
Well, I'm getting a bit old for rap. I used to like all this. For instance, a lot of the popular songs in, let's say, the early 80s and so on, I still like very much. But I can't stand some of this new stuff yet. So increasingly, I'm finding that I have to go to these old greatest hits sections and look for them.
Are you familiar with Carnatic music? Do you listen to that at all?
Well, I listen to it from time to time, but I'm not familiar with it. I don't know who's singing it.
Have you ever had time to contemplate marriage?
No,
or pick
not
up a
really.
girlfriend?
No, not that either. In fact, I simply haven't given it any thought at this point. I mean, my career is pretty important to me now.
What is the final factor at the last stage that you see a grandmaster requiring to be a world champ? Many people call it the killer instinct.
Yes, that's very important. You got to, let's say there are 4 or 5 things. There's the killer instinct. Your chess knowledge has to be very high. You have to have a lot of confidence in yourself, sometimes bordering on arrogance. You have to have a real willpower. And especially, sometimes if you don't have this arrogance, then you compensate with it by being extremely realistic. You decide, well, I know this is going to be very difficult, so I'm going to anticipate that it's very difficult. And the most difficult thing when you actually get to the top, when you're playing the world champion, is that with the other guys, you know they're not invincible. If they're invincible, they'd be number 1. But when you're actually meeting the guy who's number 1, you have to work hard to convince yourself he's not invincible. He's not impossible to beat. Well, the first sign is once you start playing them, you understand that world champions are often very insecure people, in a chess sense, not necessarily personality-wise, but they're very insecure. Somehow they're always worried about their next threat to them. And so if they were invincible, then they wouldn't be, and they're human.
Anand's inscrutable style combines with a canny strategic mind that is fiercely aggressive, or so claim those who follow his game closely. All set to win the world title, he is now concentrating on other aspects of the game: research, analysis, preemptive study. Unlike the Russians, he does not have a galaxy of grandmasters touring the globe with him and advising him on how to improve his game at every stage. But he has what is far more important: grit, self-confidence, and the determination to be the world champion. Let's see if he can make it. Linares, where he's now playing, should provide the clue. From there, he moves on to Monaco and Amsterdam and finally to Switzerland. Armed with his Toshiba laptop, Anand is now ready to take on the biggest of them all.
And that was Viswanathan Anand, Grandmaster and one of the world's most brilliant strategists on the chessboard.